Hey guys, what's going on? So judging by the title of this video, you probably figured out what's going on with this in my driveway. This is a 2007 335i, so it has an N54 motor in it, and I bought it from auction. I bought it from a Copart that's local to me in Georgia, and I paid 1,500 bucks for it. So I kind of wanted to delve into the car and show you guys what's wrong with it, what's going on with it, and what the plans are for it. So let's jump into it and see what we have going on here. So as I said, I bought it from a Copart auction. So obviously it was in a wreck at some point. And the wreck is literally just the front end of the car right here. The bumper's gone, but nobody likes a normal non-M Sport, non-M3 style bumper, so it's going to go anyway. No big deal. And then we have this headlight that's cracked. That was enough to total out this car. Pretty crazy to some people, but you have to realize factory BMW parts cost quite a bit. It's an older car. It's got miles on it, so that's what ends up happening. So it is a salvage title. I'm going to end up getting a rebuilt title here in Georgia for it, and I'll be going through that whole process throughout all these videos on how to do that. But otherwise, it's a pretty clean, pretty straight car. There's not really any big body damage on it. Paint's actually in really nice shape. Those 1552s didn't come on there. It had a set of stock wheels on there and 2 flat tires, so I just swapped those on there because I had them laying around. So, yep, body's pretty clean. Interior is pretty nice. Let's pop it open and take a look at it. Non-sport, but it's clean. Pretty well taken care of. Seems like, at least. It's pretty crazy what you can end up buying for 1,500 bucks at auction. And then if you got the skills and the time to do it, I mean, pretty good deal. The car currently has about 125,000 miles, if I'm correct. Let's jump in here and take a look. So it has 124,471. Pretty decently low miles. You can't really buy an N54 Power 335 with 100,000 miles for 1,500 bucks. That's a fact. They've come down in price a lot, but not that cheap. So let me delve into a couple other problems I've found on the car. All right, so we're gonna pop the hood real quick and take a look and see what's going on under there. There's a couple things I had noticed that we're gonna have to take care of, but nothing crazy. Just normal maintenance and some common things that go wrong. You can see here the oil filter housing is starting to leak. Normal stuff on an N54, normal stuff on a BMW, period. The valve cover gasket is starting to as well. Once again, cheap, easy to do. And then obviously always, a lot of the cooling system is made of plastic, and common part where they crack is right here. So what happened is there's a crack that forms really commonly right there, actually, by this radiator hose. I just put a little JB weld there just to make sure that the car ran fine, it didn't overheat, and nothing weird was going on. I already have another radiator sitting in the garage. I just wanted to test the car before I threw a bunch of money into it, and ended up being there was a bad head gasket or something, but we're good to go there. So that's nice to know. And then the other major thing is, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it, but up underneath here, at some point somebody did an oil change and used a wrong size, either wrong size or they possibly stripped either the pan or the oil drain bolt. And so we're gonna have to fix that. I went ahead and bought an OEM one with an OEM washer. So hopefully I'm gonna pop that one off, and maybe they just didn't have one and they threw something else on there with a crappy gasket, but we'll see once I do that. Otherwise up here, nothing too crazy. It's stock suspension, so it's stuff that needs to get replaced, probably either with coilovers and some new control arm bushings and all that later on. Got to get rid of the crappy tint and retint the car. Once again, nothing too crazy. Only mods I've seen on it, which is surprising to see no mods, is somebody did a muffler delete here. And I'm not going to be sticking with that. I'm probably just going to do something like downpipes, secondary cat delete, and probably mod the mufflers and do the stock BMW Performance exhaust mod, if you know what that is. So otherwise, nice and clean underneath as well. No rust, no damage, just nice clean car. So I've had it sitting on a battery charger for about overnight. So let's start her up and see what's going on there. It was completely dead when I bought it. It was probably sitting at auction for a month or two, so that's to be expected. Like I said, I charged the battery up. So let's see here how she runs. Starts right up. No check engine lights. It's pretty crazy. 1,500 bucks, remember, at the end of the day. Obviously, you know, headlamp malfunction because that headlight has an issue, and I think one of the low beams is out, but have a new pair of headlights that I'm going to put in as well. Obviously, you can hear muffler delete. No burning oil. Cold start. Really good. Seems really healthy. Up front, motor seems pretty quiet too. No crazy wastegate rattle. There is a little bit, but there always is on these motors. Wastegates are always an issue on the N54s, and they start to rattle as they get old. So nothing major at all on this. There's ones that are much louder. This is quiet compared to most. So yeah, there you have it, guys. 1,500 bucks. This is what you can get at auction, and we'll be going through and making a whole series out of it, and how we're gonna fix it, how we're gonna mod it, full bolt on, just make a nice fun daily driver out of it for cheap. So if you guys like the video and want to see more of this car and see what I'm going to do with it, feel free to subscribe and comment down below what you'd like to see done. I have a bunch of mods planned for it. I have a bunch of parts sitting in the garage ready to go on, and I'll be making another video. I also bought this clean E46 wagon at auction as well, 850 bucks, but that's for another video. So I will see you guys later on. Thanks.